Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I wanted to first say that I'm currently sick, so my voice is going to sound a little funny. With this video, I wanted to do almost like a 2022 recap. And with a recap, I also want to talk about what's to come in 2023. A lot has happened just this year alone. And I think 2022 was me just picking up everything that happened before the pandemic. So what people don't understand, or what people may not know, is that I'm an artist manager. So I work with artists, and I was managing a couple artists. Before pandemic, I was working with an artist, and things were going great. Right at the beginning of pandemic, and I'm talking about the first day of lockdown, was the first release of our single, and that took a huge hit to what we had projected for the artist, and I took a huge loss. Since then, it's just a lot of recovery because of the pandemic. I was able to do some of the work and work with other people, work with other artists, but since then I've also done a lot for myself. This is the first time in I think 10 years that I've done something for myself, and this YouTube channel is a reflection of everything that I've wanted to do, whether it was podcasting, music, vlogging, whatever it was. I got to be able to do that stuff for myself. And this year in February, we started off with 2 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Currently, I think we're sitting at 142 or 143 subscribers. And I don't think you guys understand the gravity of that number, right? I'm not a person that cares about the number. I'm not a person that cares about how many. But what I do care about is that there are 142 people across the entire world that listen and critique and give me the time of day to watch my content. And that's a lot. I don't know 142 people, let alone 10 people. On one hand, I can count how many people are that really close to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't associate with people that I don't really care for. It's just how I am. It's how my personality has always been. But the fact that 142 people listen to my stuff, I want to say thank you for giving my music another chance. I fell out of love with music after my first contract back in I think 2016. I found my passion for music again, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys for being a reason why, giving me that chance. Thank you to TikTok for giving me that chance to do music again. If it wasn't for my first TikTok video, I think it was a duet for an open verse with Hallie Joel, Memory of You or something like that. I can't remember. It was a year ago this month that I released that. And since then, I've been doing a lot of open verses, working on music, just finally taking that step towards what I enjoy. And I think that's something that is difficult, right? Is like, what do I enjoy? I've worked for 10 years for other people, helping other people, doing what they want. But I think over that 10 years, I lost track of what I wanted to do. With that being said, that did cause a huge issue for my mental state. Back in March of this year, I went to therapy. And since then, I've gone to therapy almost every week or every 2 weeks. I'm still in therapy, and it's helped quite a bit. Like with every amazing high comes an amazing low, and that's what it really came down to. Was for 10 years I spent my entire career helping people, and I lost track of what I wanted to do, what I fell in love with. With therapy, I was able to figure certain things out and pursue what I wanted, mainly for me. It felt great. It's the best that I've ever felt. This confliction, this pain, this misery, it sounds weird, but that's what it is. Like, I think with how the pandemic played out, it made me put everything else onto the shelf. And now I was stuck in this thought of like, what do I do? And I got to do certain things for myself, and last year I put together an online concert. Then I started exploring this new mentality of me. Now I'm at a point where currently, for the first time in, I want to say 6-7 years, I'm going to be working a full-time job again. This isn't to say that I failed. This isn't to say that I've given up on my dreams. This is to say that I haven't given up, that I am going to pursue my dreams again, to recollect my thoughts, give myself time to think without the pressure of what's going to happen, and push forward and see what I can do for myself. Like I said, I've dedicated 10 years to other people. And I think with this stage of my life, being 30, there's a lot that one day when I have kids, I want to say to them that I did this for myself. To them, I can say, Daddy did this for other people, but I can't say I did this for myself. And I think it's that time where I think about myself, and I do that. So I'm going to be working a full-time job at the start of 2023, next week. And then from there, I'm going to continue to pursue this and my music and all that kind of stuff and see what happens. I hope that this change brings something new in 2023 and something great in 2023. And, just bring stability where there wasn't any. And I think that's something that a lot of people glorify, right? Is when you're an entrepreneur, it's this beautiful big ball of joy. It's not. Every day of my life, I worried about stability. I had to provide for my wife. I had to provide for me, to put food on the table, to pay rent. And I was able to do that. But there were also moments where I was so depressed because you don't know if money's coming. I have this saying, and I've had this saying for many, many years now, that no one cares about you except for you. That's the honest truth. And I've lived with that mentality, and that's why I've gotten to this point where I've been able to do all this for myself. But now I want to focus more on myself and truly dig deep, figure out what I want to do with my life. I've been working ever since I was able to work, 15 or 16, I can't remember. But even before that, like working as a newspaper boy, I've worked every single day of my life without ever stopping. And to think that I'm going to be working a full-time job and this is the most relaxed that I'll be able to feel in 10 years, it's crazy. Because now it gives me time to think, it gives me time to reevaluate certain things and put things on the table for myself to look at and be like, okay, is this the direction that we want to go? And I just want to say that you're not failing if you're in this position like me, okay? I think this is a win. I think this is a win for yourself. It may not be for other people, and that's the thing, right? It's like, it's all about perspective. If you look at it from the other perspective, yeah, you could say you failed. People could say that you failed, but let me say this. If you're thinking about yourself for the first time in 10 years like I have, you're not failing. This is a win. This is a huge win. This is the biggest win that you're going to have. Because who I want to come out as in a year, hopefully will be extremely different. Finding my passion, finding my joys, doing what I want to do. This isn't permanent. And I don't ever plan on it ever being permanent. But I also know how hard I had to work to get to this position when I first started. And that's something that I think about every day. 10 years ago, I worked so hard to get to this point where, I could say to myself, like, damn, I'm proud of you. And I hope that in 1 year, I can look at my decisions here and be like, damn, I'm proud of you. In 10 years, I can look at myself and be like, damn, I'm proud of you. No one's going to tell you that except for you. And I think that's something that I've come to realize because of therapy, is that this expectation of helping people, always wanting to do things for people, is one of the reasons why I think I have this sense of failure, because I understand that these people are not going to be with me forever. My purpose in life was to assist these people to find their passions, and I've been able to do so every step of the way. And I'm so proud of every one of you guys. So proud of every one of you guys for doing what you guys are doing. But now it's my turn to do what I want to do for me. So I hope that all of you guys can support that. I do plan on releasing a lot more music on this YouTube channel and TikTok. So if you guys want, follow me there. 2022 was definitely a year of catch up and figuring out what I wanted. In 2022, I started writing a book, and it's finished, but there's just a lot of legal things on the other end that I need to deal with. So for 2023, we'll see. Hopefully I can finally release that book, get it out there, figure out what I want to do with my life. Hopefully you guys take something out of this. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to just sit and listen. It's not easy, trust me. I know it's a long video, but thank you guys so much. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the new year. Bye-bye.